So, how do you actually make a great teacher? I mean, is it something you build over years of studying educational theory at a university, or is it more like an intense practical boot camp that throws them right into the action? Today, we're going to break down these two competing philosophies that are shaping our classrooms, the traditional college path versus the newer training institute. Let's get right into it. All right, before we can even start to compare these two paths, we've got to start with a really fundamental question. And this one gets to the absolute heart of what we expect from our entire education system. What's the secret ingredient? Is it having this deep academic knowledge of a subject? Or is it the raw skill to manage a chaotic classroom? Maybe it's a profound understanding of how a child's mind actually works. The answer you lean towards, well, that's pretty much the starting point for this whole debate. And look, this isn't just some philosophical exercise. How you answer that question directly determines how you think we should train our teachers. It basically puts you on one side of a very real and often very fierce debate. This debate has really led to the rise of two totally distinct paths, two competing philosophies for forging the next generation of educators. So you can think of it like this. On one side, you've got the university model, which is kind of like a research lab, a place for deep study and theoretical exploration. And on the other side, you have the institute model, which is much more of a training boot camp. It's intense, it's practical, and it's all about being ready for day one. The university model. This is what most of us probably picture when we think about teacher training, right? It's this multi-year journey into the science of education. You're building a deep foundation in theory, everything from child psychology to different learning philosophies. And you do all of that before a teacher is fully in charge of their own classroom. But then, the Training Institute model comes along and just flips that script completely. It's an accelerated path, and it's built around one core idea: practical application. From day one, the entire focus is on mastering the specific, tangible skills you need to manage a classroom effectively. These different approaches, they're not just about timing or how long it takes. No, they represent a true philosophical divide. So let's break down what they're really disagreeing on. This table lays it out pretty clearly. The universities, they're focused on the why of teaching. They want candidates to study theory and research, usually over several years. The institutes, on the other hand, are all about the how. It's accelerated training that's laser-focused on the immediate execution of things like classroom management. So one is building a broad foundation, the other is sharpening a very specific toolkit. Here's the university argument in a nutshell. It's just not enough to know the techniques. You have to understand the foundational principles of how kids learn. The idea here is that this deep knowledge makes a teacher way more adaptable and insightful over the long haul. And here's the Institute's direct counter-argument. Theory is valuable, they'd say, but what really matters is day one readiness. Can a brand new teacher command a classroom right away? Institutes are focused on providing the tools to do just that, right out of the gate. So this difference in philosophy, it leads to this ultimate trade-off. Are we trying to optimize for a teacher who is ready to go on day one, or one who is deeply grounded for a 30-year career? Each model is really making a different bet. So here it is, the crucial distinction. The university goal is to create a deeply grounded professional. Think of a tree with these deep roots, able to adapt to changing educational landscapes over a long career. The Institute's goal is an effective first-year teacher, more like an arrow, designed to hit the target, designed for immediate impact and measurable student results. The great strength of the university model, then, is its depth. It gives teachers a really comprehensive understanding of child development, and it helps them foster a flexible teaching philosophy that can evolve over time. It's really an investment in a teacher's entire career. In contrast, the Institute model's strengths are all about speed and practicality. It gives you a faster route into the profession. It often serves high-need schools that need teachers now, and it maintains a relentless focus on the skills that get immediate results for students. So why should we care about this debate between two different educational models? Well, because the choice between them has massive, real-world consequences. Ultimately, the path we choose to train our teachers directly shapes the kind of instruction our kids receive. It influences the whole culture of our schools and, by extension, the future of our communities. The stakes here are incredibly high. And check this out. Here's a simplified but really powerful look at where the time is actually spent.
In the university model, the overwhelming focus is on theory and foundational knowledge, but in the institute model, that same energy is dedicated almost entirely to direct, hands-on practice. I mean, it's a fundamental difference in priorities.
So, to sum it all up, we have one path that's prioritizing the why and another that's prioritizing the how. They both want to create great teachers, but they have these fundamentally different definitions of what makes a teacher effective, especially right from the start. And right now, there is absolutely no national consensus on which path is truly best. So, in the end, it all comes down to this question: what's the right metaphor for a teacher? Are they more like a doctor, who needs years and years of foundational study before they can practice effectively? Or are they more like a pilot, who needs intensive hands-on simulation to be ready for takeoff? How we answer that question? Well, that's what will define the future of education.